we extended that for so. Uh, so again, thanks for coming to Cedar Rapids and Mobile Demand and Hiawatha. Definitely have to mention Hiawatha. My name is Matt Miller, president and founder of Mobile Demand. Had born and raised in Denison, Iowa, and back in western Iowa. Had went to school at University of Iowa, and 49 out of my, drum roll please, 50 years have been a resident of Iowa. Long-term resident, always been here, love the state. Mobile Demand, to give you a little idea of what Mobile Demand does, is we provide rugged tablets for businesses. So I prepped her to, so this is an example of, this is an iPad with our rugged case on it. So we are just launching this. We've had other previous rugged cases and we're just launching this. But what we do is sell devices like rugged tablets that are deployed in businesses across the world, mostly in the United States. But they are rugged tablets that built to survive the real world. And some examples would be is that they're mounted on forklifts. They're in the hands of beer sales guys, salespeople, beer delivery people, or used by paramedics in ambulances and the like, or is a big market for us as well. So, and especially agriculture. We've got them mounted in tractors, dying seeds, and a few others that are using our tablets. So we had, as I mentioned, these are built for the real world. So here's an example of very confident break. So, so
I told him I wanted some for our grand.
Yeah, there we go.
That's what I need.
So it's built for the world, withstand drops and all that. So. I think, having been the entrepreneurial spirit in me, I founded Mobile Demand in 2003. So we have just celebrated our 15-year anniversary. And, we have 30 employees with over 15,000 customers. We have over 60,000 tablets that we've deployed in the 15 years. So we're definitely a very vibrant company that's, small little company making our footprint in the world. The good news is that we're growing. We're currently at a 37% growth rate year over year. So really high, fast technology. And I was telling the governor that we really see the cooking doing really well. The technology we're deploying is being received very well in the market and having some high growth. So even 2 weeks ago, tomorrow, celebrated a big order by upping 8 bottles of champagne in this very lobby. So had we have fun as well. We've been launching a variety of innovative technology that's really going to kind of take us to the forefront and keep the growth going. So we have mentioned we have about 30 employees. Right now we're planning on adding at least 20% to our workforce. So about 6 more jobs this year. And our business is a small team. It's kind of like a family. All the employees are really important for us. So we're definitely a small company. Everybody knows each other. Everybody means a lot to each other as well. So kind of combined with so what we're here for today is the tax reform bill that combined with the federal tax bill is really a big boost to companies like us. Bottom line, every dollar counts. We're doing really well, but when the tax bill is lower, we're able to do a lot more with it as well. So better bank relationship. We do invest in technology, but more importantly, we invest in our employees. So we add the workforce. We can compensate employees better, maybe by the end of the year. They're all here listening as well. So.
I heard a big.
So that's the bottom line, that the effects of small businesses is the tax reform would help us out as well. So I appreciate the governor here today, along with the legislators that help make this happen. It's really I think setting the stage for us to continue to grow.
that we've tried to do for decades, and that was reform Iowa's outdated tax code. The new tax plan will unleash opportunity across our state and help families that are struggling to make ends meet. I'm signing the bill for every Iowan who works hard to earn a paycheck and deserves to keep more of it. Because early in our marriage, you've heard her story. Kevin and I lived through the same thing. We lived on a tight budget. When we were raising our 3 daughters, Kev worked days and I worked nights, checking groceries. And so I absolutely know that every dollar counts and it makes a big difference. It's one of the reasons that we feel so strongly that government must never forget that it's the people's money that they're spending. This is their money, and they've earned it, and no one else. If you just ask Aurora, as she indicated, and her husband, what this new tax plan means to them or their family, or if you listen to small businesses like Mobile Demand, who, thanks to federal and state tax reform, will be investing in their business and in their employees. They represent Iowans across the state who suffered from a complex tax code that placed unfair tax burdens on our families, farmers, and on our small business owners. This bill brings immediate and significant relief. It's simple, it's transparent, and it's fair for Main Street. But most importantly, it's sustainable for our state budget. The new tax plan is fiscally responsible for the long term. It provides meaningful relief for middle-class families while still ensuring that we can fund our key priorities like education, healthcare, and public safety. In fact, next year, virtually every Iowan will see their taxes go down. Before today, Iowa's tax code was inhibiting innovation and it was costing families too much. But that changes in just a few minutes with my signature on Senate File 2417. If we didn't act this past legislative session, Iowans would have seen their taxes go up because of federal tax reform and our tie to federal deductibility. And I can tell you that we weren't about to let that happen. The House and the Senate weren't about to let that happen. So the bill that I'm signing today eliminates outdated provisions like federal deductibility, and it modernizes our tax code. And let me reaffirm, it does this at the same time we're keeping our budget balanced and our most important priorities funded. Yep, I promised that 141 days ago that tax reform was urgently needed this year, and we had the right leadership in place to get that done. So it's with great pleasure that I sign Senate File 2417 and let Iowans know that we listened to you, we heard you, we took decisive action to return your hard-earned dollars back to where they belong, and that's to you. So you were at the center of our decisions in 2018 and will certainly be so moving forward. So thank you very much, and now we're going to sign the bill. Thank you. Representative, business owners here.